What's going on, everybody? How many people we got watching? 2? 18? We're getting there. What's up, Jason? I know, it's been an interesting week. I've gotten some stuff in, and I know y'all are just dying to see it, and we're going to get to it. Trust me, we're going to get to it. I got some stuff from Spygo, Tom, Welcome Home, whatever you want to call him, but I do have some stuff in from him. I picked up the Voltrove, which is a giant freaking tank. And I got some Apple AirPods, but that's got nothing to do with vaping, so who cares, right? What's up, Timekeeper? How's everybody doing tonight? I hope y'all are doing fantastic. I'm actually really impressed by one of these. I was going to go ahead and do a review on one of the tanks I got from Spygo, but you know, in order to do a fair review, how can I do a review on something that I haven't tried yet? I mean, I could tell you my first impressions, but I obviously can't review it until I vape it. So I was trying to keep it clean. You know, I was going to keep it clean and then just do the review. And I'm like, I can't do that. I have to vape the damn thing or it's useless. So that's what I did. But anyways, without further ado, we're going to get to all this stuff. I have, hey, OR Church, everybody, Jason, Timekeeper, Aussie, Munchkin, Richard. How y'all doing? Disturbed, how you doing tonight? Pammy, how you doing tonight, Pammy? Hey, today is the last day, I do believe, now you can correct me if I'm wrong, Pammy, the last day for Vapor Watch's sale. Y'all might want to go get you some juice from Vapor Watch. And I know they're not a sponsor or anything, but hey, their juice is already cheap. And for them to even knock it down even more is freaking crazy. So I highly recommend y'all go over and get some of that. I actually went, what's so funny, Pammy, you're going to laugh at me. I went and put Kentucky Bourbon Custard in my cart. I went and put Pina Colada in my cart. And I put 220 mils. And you know what I found? 120 mil of Pina Colada, 120 mil of freaking... Oh, it ended yesterday? Damn! I thought it was today. Why not let it run through Cinco de Mayo? Come on. Come on, Pammy. Getting ready to go to Foxwood. Jazzy Jag is going to Foxwood. I wish I could go to Foxwoods, Jazzy. I cannot make it. Make sure you tell everybody hi for me, and if they don't like me, tell them hi anyway, and they can kiss my ass. But, you know, hey, at least you get to go. Why not broadcast live from your phone, Jazzy? I'd love to watch that. It'd be cool. So, let's get on to all this. I'm going to show y'all what I got, and then we're going to build it. It'll be well, Steve. Yeah. I'll show y'all what I got in, and then some of these I already have coils in, thank goodness, because... The main thing that you're going to have to learn on a couple of these is wicking. 9 times out of 10, especially on RTAs or RDTAs, your best flavor is going to come depending on how you wick it. Now, your coils do play a major part in it, but I know most of y'all know how to coil really good now. If not, you've learned over the last few months or so how to coil. I've seen some of y'all take this fuse Clapton method and run with it and come out with some amazing coils. So I'm really glad y'all did that. And I'm glad Andre is here because I do have some Andre coils in one of my RDAs. This is a RTA that I have Andre coils in. And I don't even know what he calls them, so I'll have to... You don't think you've ever made a coil? Wow, Disturbed. All right, we're gonna have to get you started, man. Another thing, they are trying a new firmware, and I've seen Jazzy and other people have posted images, and I don't know if the firmware's out yet or not, but they have made a firmware where you can actually change the wallpaper on your G-Class. That's a picture of me, even though you can't really see it. But it allows you to change 5 wallpapers, and that's what I did, and it's working fine. Vape's great, so my fan. I took my Dyson completely apart today. I mean, before I would take it apart and try to clean it a little bit, get all the VG out of it and stuff. Today I took it apart all the way down to the motor. I mean, I didn't think I could get it apart that far, but I did, and that thing is running like you would not believe right now. It's putting out a lot of air. And let me get some music started. What the hell's wrong with me? Y'all let me know if it's too loud, all right? I'll turn it down. Yeah, Jazzy has some really cool super wallpapers. Let's get over and look at some of this stuff that I got, and then we'll go on even further here. How about that? So number one would be, this is the Modfather Voltrove RTA. This is a big son of a gun. This is a 41 millimeter tank, okay? To give you an idea, let me grab a Boreas. This is a 25 millimeter tank. There's the difference in size. So if you're trying to think about, oh, well, maybe it'll fit on, no, it won't. No, it won't. This is a big son of a gun. And 90% of y'all are not going to want something like this because of how big it is. I will say, though, that this has excellent machining. I mean, they did a really good job as far as the machining goes on this tank. I can't complain with that whatsoever. But it's a big son of a gun. I mean, this thing is huge. The only thing it really fits on that I have is my A-Cigar VT250. So if I screw this on top of here, you'll see that it lines up pretty good. How long did it take me to vape that? Disturbed, it took me about 2.5 days, I think, to vape all the 20 mil juice. So you can see there's no overhang on this, which is a good thing. It does have, this has a beveled top, so it does have a little bit of a gap right there. But to be honest, you don't even notice it unless you're looking for it. But yeah, this thing fits on here quite well. And I will tell you, this is a heavy son of a gun. I mean, this, I wish I had my scale right now because this weighs a freaking metric ton. Oh, thank you, Wit. So Wit's already weighed it. 1.4 pounds. I mean, you literally could work out with this son of a gun. That's the first thing I got in, okay? The next thing that I got in, I don't even know which way to go here. This is the Druga RDA by Augvape. This came from Spygoat. Thank you very much to Augvape and Spygoat. I will be doing a separate review on this, guys. So I'm obviously going to do it during the show tonight, but I'm going to do a whole separate review on this. I saw that DJ LSB got something similar to this from the same company, but it came in a box instead of a tube. So I think this is the retail version, where the other one was the, the sample version that everybody gets. So this is a cardboard tube that you get. Don't put it on the Predator. William, I would not put it on the Predator. I know about the 510 issues, even though I know that the Predator has 510 issues. I haven't had any with mine, but my Predator is the kit, so the only thing I've had on it is the mod that it came with, and my 510 is not loose. Stina, well, I'm normally on Fridays, Stina. Normally on Fridays. So you caught my real show tonight. So if I come up, the main reason I came on early during the week last week is because I was in Florida, so I missed my normal cast. So I had to come on kind of as a fill-in show. So let me break out the Druga for you guys. I'm going to show you all its goodies here. It does come with the, your nice little Druga card here and an Instagram contest, and then some kind of Q code to scan. Then inside you have your RDA and a nice little Allen wrench, which we will get to. This is the dripper itself right here. I do believe this is a 24 millimeter dripper. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's 24 millimeters. Where's my caliper at? We'll find out real quick. Yep, 24 millimeters. It's showing 23.9, but that's probably because I'm not holding my mouth right. Oh, there we go. Well, it's a little loose. All right, it's 24 millimeters. Trust me. So this has an Ultim drip tip on top. This is a dual coil only RDA. So whatever you do on one side is going to happen on the other side, and you don't have the option to set it to single coil. And it does come with a squonk pin. So right now it has the regular pin in the bottom, but in the bottom of this, now I'm going to pull this out so y'all can see, you obviously have your Allen wrench so you can, you know, mess with your grub screws. And then in the bottom here I have all the accessories, which the squonk pin is right there, if you can see it. That's the squonk pin. It does come with a 510 adapter right here, and then another drip tip right here, and your spare O-rings, etc., etc., which is really cool. So they didn't cut any slack on this. Now I don't know how well this squonk pin fits in the Druga because I haven't tried it yet, but we're definitely going to do a build on the Druga and see how well it vapes. Let's move on to the next thing. We will come back to the Druga here in just a few minutes. Don't worry. So the next thing I have is the Merlin RDTA, and if y'all want to see these specs, now this 3.5 mil I'm not so sure about. Hey Niji, because when DJ LSB filled his up, he got 5 mils in his tank. And this is saying 3.5. Now, I don't know. Oh, awesome, Jazzy. That's good to hear. So, this is a 24 millimeter RDTA. Borosilicate glass tube, peak insulators, Delrin top cap, and drip tip. The logo, oh my God. This thing looks, y'all, when y'all see this, this thing looks amazing. I love the way this tank looks. And, you know, I'm already a big fan of AUG vape. Let me show y'all something real quick. I'll show y'all just how much of a fan of AUG vape I am. Y'all know I like the Boreas, right? These are all Boreai tanks. Boreas, whatever you want to call it. I have 6 Boreas tanks. 6 of them. So it's not like I don't like AUG vape already. I have plenty of Boreas tanks. Plenty. I have 4 stainless, 2 black. Hello, Brittany. Let me move those out of the way for a minute. All right, so let's go back to the Merlin. I'm sorry, the Merlin RDTA. It also has this in here, your Q code and your. This one does come with a Phillips screwdriver. Now, the one that DJ LSB was using came with grub screws, not Phillips screws. This one actually has Phillips screws for the coils, and his came in a box and not a tube. So I think that that's the big thing. So here's the tank itself. I want y'all to see this because this is black and gold. This is freaking gorgeous. Gorgeous. That's racist? Jazzy, you're funny. That's racist right there. This drip tip that's on top of here is built in, so this is proprietary. The top actually unscrews. We're going to get into that, though. I don't know what y'all want me to do first, the Druga, the Merlin, or the Voltrove. It's up to y'all. I'll let y'all, whatever y'all say in chat, that's what we'll work on first. So, but also that something that DJSB said is it didn't come with a spare glass tank. Well, this one does. There's the spare glass tank right there. It also comes with spare Phillips screws, etc., and O-rings, etc., etc. So there's your spare glass in case you break yours. And it does come with a Phillips screwdriver so that you can mess with the build deck. And we're going to get all down into this build deck here in a minute. Both, please. I'm going to do them all. I just want to know which ones y'all want me to do first. That's all I'm saying. All at once. Thanks, MJ. I appreciate that. Coil the Merlin. Okay. Well, the Merlin is already coiled, Brittany. I didn't want to go through the trouble of coiling this just because, basically, I mean, I know y'all know how to coil. This has 2 hole slots. They're actually really big holes right here for your coils. And then this is Phillips screw at the top. The main thing you have to worry about on the Merlin is these gigantic juice holes right here. You see them on the sides? These are huge. If you do not fill this with wick, you're going to have a hell of a bad week. Yeah, this is dual coil, Dolores. This is dual coil only. Andre, I'm getting to it. Hey, Deshopkey, I'm getting to it. Andre, your stuff is in the Voltrove. You just chill out for a minute. So, if you can see this big hole in the center here, y'all may be wondering what that's for. This is actually where you fill your juice. You see this big hole? If you look at the bottom down here, you'll see a giant slot in the center where your 510 is. That's where your juice comes out and fills this tank. So you fill this right in the center here, and then it comes out down here to fill your tank up. Now, what's interesting about this is the top cap, okay? So I'm going to take this top cap apart, which the top actually unscrews. And then you see this right here. And this serves 2 purposes. So this little long pole here actually inserts into that section to keep your tank from leaking. So when you fill this, you know, it'd be an open hole. So when you close your top, that seals that. This is also a spitback guard. Now this, if you don't want to use it, you can actually unscrew this and take this out. So if this is in here, it would look like, you know, it would look like this. Looks like a nice little helicopter. So you take this, and I mean, you can break this thing completely down for cleaning. The main thing I was worried about as far as cleaning goes is these S symbols down here for Augvate. When you take the tank apart, I was wondering, would the glass come apart? And the glass does come off, so you can clean all around the S's. I've already taken this thing completely apart, and I gotta tell you guys, I vaped this all day yesterday, and y'all know how big of a fan I am of the Boreas because it's direct airflow to the coil. And this is not. The airflow actually comes in from the side and comes up under the coil. But I gotta tell you, this has got some of the best damn flavor I've had out of any RDTA. It is freaking fantastic flavor. And we're gonna wick it right now, and we're gonna see how well it vapes and all that good stuff. But I already know, because the last time I vaped this, it was off the chain. I'm gonna put this on here. We're gonna put some wicking in here, because the wicking is the main thing you got to worry about on something like this that has these really giant juice flow holes right here where your wick goes. If you don't fill this completely up, then your juice can just pour out, and you'll have bad leaks every time. Every time you tilt this thing over, it's going to leak like a son of a gun. So anytime I have something like that, I like to use a little more wick than I normally would. These are 3mm coils, by the way. Do I agree the Merlin needs a little more airflow? Wit, I don't know. I think it's decent. It probably does need a little more airflow. Now, this is what I figured out, Wit. If you want to be able to crank your wattage way up, then yes, it needs more airflow. If you run your watts down, I think it's perfect. I just think that the way it's set up, I think it's a perfect airflow. But if you want to run something like 120 watts or higher, you're going to need more airflow. And I mean, obviously you could drill out. Well, there's not too. You can't really drill this out, so I guess you can't. So you're screwed. But I think it's got decent airflow myself. These are just basic fuse claptons in here, and you can see each one of these wicks I made are about a 1/2 inch wide. And I'm going to peel the outside layers off of here. I'm going to try to keep this close down so you guys can see this. And I'm just going to pinch down one side. Leaks are never good. And then we're going to wick this through here, pull it through, and we're going to flip this around. We're going to do the same thing. Now, on something like this, now I don't always fluff my wicks, y'all know that. But something like this, I think it's kind of important to fluff your wicks. You want that fluffy, because you want it to block off your juice. You don't want it coming back through. So, and the other big question, now this is personal preference. I tried it with short wicks. You know, I usually run my wicks to where they come all the way down to the bottom of the tank. I tried this with short wicks and I still did not get a dry hit. So that's kind of up to you guys. How far down in there do you want it to go? I'm going to chop these off right here. I want nice clean cotton. And we're going to fluff these guys. You can take whatever you have available. I'm going to use the end of my ceramic tweezers, and I'm just going to go through and fluff the edges of this. Just fluff them out. Just to make sure all the strands are nice and straight. What's up, Bear? How you doing? Man, Bear, I don't know what we got for you tonight. I don't think anything I got single coil. So there we go. We got some nice fluffy wick now. And that's what we're going to be stuffing down into the tank itself. And like I said, some people like to have their wick nice and long all the way down to the bottom. That way they don't have to worry about tilting their mod or whatever to get juice. But I got to be honest, I haven't had any issues with that. I have not tried any OBS tanks, Brittany. I've heard they're great, but I have not bought an OBS tank yet. That will be in the future. I should always hit bottom, Bear? Okay, thank you. Alright, so I'm going to stuff this in here now. And I'm going to try to make it where it stays in here evenly. But the main thing is you want it to fill this wick hole completely up. Or you're going to have bad wicking. You're going to have bad leaking, I should say. I forgot to mention, while I was showing y'all this build deck, one side of this build deck has a little bitty hole in it. Only one side. And what that's for is to allow the air pressure to change. So as you're vaping this, obviously it's going to develop a vacuum in here, right? So one side of this, I don't know which side it is, has a little bitty airflow hole that goes down to here. And what that does is it lets air in here so that you don't build any vacuum. I've been tweezing my... It doesn't build up a vacuum inside your tank. I'm trying to keep up with y'all, but I swear y'all are so fast tonight. It must be Friday. We've had a lot of rain here. They're working really hard on that bridge. I hope they get that damn bridge done because I'm tired of taking detours and alternate methods to get down the damn expressway. Pain in the ass. Now the other question is, what juice do we put in here? That's the big question. I want something, and I want to be able to see. I put Nilla nuts in here, and I swear I have never tasted Nilla nuts so strong. That's what impressed me, because I was like, holy crap, that is freaking awesome. So, what juice should I use here? Do we have, what juice is this? Lemon cream filled donut. That's a T-Max flavor. Don't we have the Kentucky bourbon custard? That's probably in my pocket right now. Oh, that song's familiar. No, that's Nilla nuts. That's not going to work. I already tried Nilla nuts in there. I want something new. That's pina colada. Yeah, but there's no dripper. Alright, you know what? We need to do that anyway. Let me get a syringe so we can see how much. Those aren't my syringes. Where's the jug that I keep the syringes in? These are not going to cut it. Hold on, I'm looking for my little thing that I got syringes in. They're usually right up here. Ah! Didn't think about that one tonight, but you know what? We're gonna figure something out here. Let me grab. You know what? This is a 5 mil syringe. And this tank says it holds 3.5 mils. And this will fit down into there. So we're going to try this. Alright. Let me grab this bottle of juice. This is Pina Colada from T-Max. I have let some spill over the edge. It kind of gives character to the label. So we're going to try Pina Colada on this tonight. I'm going to fill this up with 5 mils of juice, and then we're going to see how far. Peachtree Street. There you go, Disturbed. That's you know, some people like custards and some people like fruits and stuff, and I think Peachtree Street was a way to get around that for people that like fruits. Now there's some air bubbles in here, but I have basically 5 mils of juice in here. Let me make sure. Let me tap this and see what we got. Yeah, I got a little bit of air in there. Damn it. I tried not to put any air. So we're going to see how much I can get in this tank, though. Because it says 3.5 mils. And you know what? They're full of crap. Because I think I'm going to get every bit of that in there. I got all 5 mils in there. All 5 mils. So they say 3.5 mils, but I'm telling you right now, it holds 5 mils of juice. 5 mil all day long. That was 5 mils, and I just filled it all the way up and put it all in there. And I still need a little bit more to put on my wicks, even though this will eventually soak up into my coils, but I don't want to, you know, I don't want to burn my coils up, so get a little bit more out here. And we're going to put some, whoops, on the wicks. Not all over the mod, darn it. Get this party started. This is a 0.18 right now is what it's showing. Alright, there we go. Oh yeah, that looks like that's going to be right on the money right there. That pina colada, I swear, if y'all like to drink a pina colada, this is some of the best pina colada I've ever had. Just saying, it really is. Now let's take this top cap and put it. Are you kidding me? That's the same damn song. All right, let me skip this. Hold on. Next. All right. Let's put this back together. Alright, there we go. All I gotta do is wipe off some of my splooge that I put on there, and we'll see how this thing's gonna vape. I got juice all down the side of this tank. Let me wipe this off, and we're gonna go back to the main cam and see how well this thing vapes. Main cam time. Make the cotton nice and moist. I'm trying. Thank you. Alright. So this is completely full, and I just turned my airflow around twice. There we go. There's what it looks like, full to the top. That S from Og Vape reminds me, you know, S for Scuba. I even like it even more because of that reason, but you know, just saying. And it does have a nice, cool little logo right here on the drip tip, on the top cap. So I don't want to vape this at 100 watts. Technically, I want to go around 75 watts. And I gotta tell you guys, this thing has been vaping phenomenal. Wow. I mean, the pina colada itself is really good. Hey, DeMillan, how you doing? The pina colada itself is really good. But if you want a RDTA that has exceptional flavor, I guarantee if you like the Limitless RDTA, I think this one has it beat without question. This gives me way better flavor than I got from the Limitless RDTA. Right here, this one, the Limitless RDTA, which was an okay RDTA, don't get me wrong, but this has way better flavor. There ain't even a comparison. Not even comparison. The only con, there's two cons I have for this device. Number one, proprietary drip tip. Although it's comfy, that is a really comfy top, but you can't use your own drip tip, I guess, unless you want to put, let me see if a 510 will fit in there. Yeah, I guess you could, but that would look weird. You could put a 510 in there. It holds it, but that would look really weird. Caffeine Kid, what's up? But yeah, the one that it comes with is fine. I like it just the way it is. This is about out of battery. I don't know if you can see, it's almost dead. Wow, that pina colada, man. They definitely got on point when they did the pina colada. All right, so next we either go to the big ass Voltrove or we go to the Druga. The Druga I have not built yet, so that'll be a brand new build if I do the Druga. The Voltrove also got to do is Wicket, which I'm gonna have to put in this mod, which I'm gonna need some new batteries for, like right now. I appreciate all that love you're showing me right now, Tony. Those need to go on the charger. Let me grab some batteries. Do I have three? Ooh, I have 3 brownies. I'm going to use the brownies. My LGs. To go in the H cigar, because I'm going to need something really strong, especially for the, you can change the batteries so fast in the H cigar, it ain't even funny. It's done, especially for that Voltrove, because it's something serious. There we go, full battery. $20.20, get them, DeMillan, get them. And hey, 3Dog, I know you're out there watching. You ain't fooling nobody. If 3Dog types in chat, I'm gonna hook her up. There we go. I gotta do some stuff. There we go. You're hurt. Why are you hurt? 3Dog ain't gonna say nothing. Come on, 3Dog. I made tangerine infused. Ooh, that sounds awesome, Big Bear. You know what? I bought some tangerine flavoring, and I haven't found a juice I like yet that I've made from. I've only tried one, so I can't say I've tried a lot. Just use a deep cycle marine battery. There you go. Why is my phone going? My thing is going nuts. Okay, there we go. Yardbird, how you doing, Yardbird? And the slightly off camera vapor cloud creating Mrs. Scuba. Yeah, that's what she's doing. She's off camera blowing little bitty clouds. Let's go to the Voltrove next. I really want to get that out before Andre runs off somewhere, because he's over in the UK and it's like freaking midnight or 1 o'clock over there or something. So we'll go to the Voltrove next. Now these coils that I had from Andre, I've had for a while. There's 3Dog. Look at there.
Christmas, everybody.
Why am I getting? Oops, I clicked on the wrong thing. Hold on a second, guys.
Just to try and get everybody in the Christmas.
What did I click on?
You know, Christmas week.
Let's get off of that. Y'all wanted to see some Christmas stuff? No problem. There you go, 3Dog. You don't even have to work for it. Mod Abiding Citizen, how are you doing tonight? I still need to get to the rest of Mod Abiding Citizen's juice, and I apologize. I've literally only vaped the couple that I liked right off the bat, and I haven't tried the other ones yet. Alright, there we go. I think I got everything set now. Now let's get to the Voltrove. So here's the Voltrove. In all its 41 millimeter glory. In case y'all didn't see it, if y'all just now getting here, there's the Voltrove compared to a 25 millimeter tank. The Voltrove is absolutely help with a quick wicking of the Boreas. Mod Abiding Citizen, I would love to do that. I have 6 of them, buddy. I can wick the Boreas in my sleep. I'll grab one of the ones I haven't wicked in a while. I'll go through a complete build on the Boreas. Just don't leave. I have to get to it, but I will do it. Mod Abiding, don't let me forget. Let's bond. Ever Mavic yourself nude for a 360 scan? Jason, no, I have not. Thank you for that idea, though, but no, I have not. Number one, if I do that 360 scan with that software that I have, it uploads it to a server where people could see that. So, no, I wouldn't like that. Hey, Scorpio, what's up, Tater? So, let's take the Modfather apart. This is the Modfather Voltrove. This is actually the gunmetal version. I have not seen any compensation. I have not seen any reviews on the gunmetal version yet, and this is actually a really pretty tank, and I actually have serial number 40, which I love the number 4, so this works out great for me. 4 is my favorite number. Y'all may be quizzed on this in a year or so. 4 is my favorite number. Alright, so let's take the bottom off. This is built very, very similar to the Boreas, or the Aromamizer, etc., etc. So I'm going to take this bottom cap off first. Very, very smooth threads. I don't know if y'all can see this, but it turns a long time because these threads are so silky smooth. This is where all your juice catches in the bottom. Alright? This is your build deck. Just like on the Boreas, it has wicking holes, but unlike the Boreas has the 3mm wicking holes, this has 5mm wicking holes. They are absolutely gigantic. Now the build deck itself, if you can see, has these 2 little bitty notches. And if I had to give this mod a con, or this tank a con, it would be these little bitty notches. This holds 20 mils of juice, Bear. These little notches, they should have made them bigger. You should, I mean, somebody from my age, you don't want to be trying to figure out how to get this little bitty thing in this little hole right here. All they had to do was make it a little wider, and it would have been perfect. Don't make it so damn small that I have to freaking squint to figure out where it is. So here's the build deck itself, which, as you can see, is it's not a velocity deck because it doesn't go up, but it has straight 4 posts going right across. These are some coils from Andre, which was the mix between a fused Clapton and some kind of twisted coil in between. They ohm out at Scrantix. Holy shit! Yardbird said, what? Is serial number 40 twice as good as serial number 20? I don't know, Yardbird. These ohm out at 0.17. 0.17. So, the main thing you have to think about when you're wicking this is you have to cover these giant holes. If you don't cover these giant holes, you're going to have a very bad leak. So let's go ahead and screw this build deck down. Are you kidding me right now? Okay, my ohm meter is not doing what it should. What the hell is going on? That is not right at all. Let's see what's going on here. These were ohming out way lower before. Oh, that one's loose. Now we're getting 0.27. We're getting there. I don't know why it's ohming higher now, but you know, I actually like the higher ohm. 0.28. Let's fire it up and see what happens. Now I don't know what Andre used to make these with. Is this not Stu? How you doing? What kind of wire did you use to make these, Andre? These coils right here. Is this nichrome, nickel, stainless? What is it? I busted it. I didn't bust it. It's gonna work just fine. Give me a minute here. It's just pissed off at me for a second. Wow, look how long it's taking to heat it up. I mean, forever. But they are heating evenly. Look at that. This thing's like pissed off. Oh, nichrome 80. Okay, well, no damn wonder. Look at that. Now it says low. Are you kidding me? Low? Oh, 0.18. 0.21. Make up your damn mind. So it's showing 0.21 now. I can handle 0.21. But I think this needs a new battery is what the problem is. Are these charged?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to grab another battery for my 521 tab. Yeah, these coils are old, but that don't matter. That don't matter. Let's see if we can get this thing to fire up now and then see what the ohms turn out to be. I don't know why it said low. Where's my ceramic tweezers go? There we go. Let's make sure all these are still right. It will go on a mod here in just a minute. Look at that, 0.17, exactly. What the hell, man? I don't know why the ohms are changing on me. Everything is freaking tight. Okay, that... Not even his nails. I don't have any nails, Hobbit. I got rid of all my nails. I don't want nails. I really think that my ohm reader's having issues, but I wouldn't count too much on this ohm reader because I have another one coming. Coilmaster got a hold with me in Skype, and I have another ohm reader coming. Obviously, I need to be using a USA ohm meter, which I used to have, but the 510 messed up on it, so I can't use that anymore. But we can go ahead and wick this up right where it sits. Let me grab another piece of cotton. You got to think about this is going to need a crap load of cotton. Oh, no, I know, Andre. It's okay. I'm not studying it. I still, you know, I saw that Fagan was showing a bunch of scissors yesterday on his show and what they like to use, cut the cotton with. I got these from Harbor Freight. These have been the best damn scissors, shears, whatever you want to call them, that I've ever used to cut cotton with. These are $5.99 at Harbor Freight. And as long as you use them just for cotton and nothing else, I haven't had any issues with it cutting cotton, sticking to it, becoming dull, anything. It cuts cotton perfect every single time. No issues cutting cotton. It goes right through it. Boom, just like that. So I even need to buy me another set just because I like it so. I like those shears so much. So if you have a Harbor Freight near you, pick up a set of those, man. $5.99, that's a great deal. It's probably less than you're going to pay for any kind of decent scissors anyway. If you pick up some Fiskars or something, they're going to cost you even more. So now it's showing 0.27. I don't care what it's showing on the ohm meter right now because I think either my ohm reader needs cleaning or I got issues. I don't know, one of the two. Because this coil was fine at 0.17 constant. There we go. So we're going to pull some wick through here. Let's get ready to do the other side. Oh, I'm using Muji cotton, by the way. I just peel off the outside layer every time I do this. I mean, I've done this a billion times for you guys. And we're doing it again. What are the diameter? These, I think, are 2.5 millimeter width. I did have some 4 millimeter coils on here, but they were stainless, and I wanted to try something different. So I went with these Andre coils because I knew they were really low ohm, and that's what I was wanting to do, was try something that had a really low ohm so that I could really pump up the watts to it. Because, to be honest, when I was using normal coils in there, it wasn't giving me the flavor I wanted. Now, I will say that this mod has not gave me the best flavor in the world. I'm not telling y'all, do not say that Scuba told you to go buy this RDTA. But, oh no, this is a RTA, I'm sorry. But, it's a decent one, but it's basically... I will agree with Twisted and say that this is a novelty type device. You know, something really big. Oh, it's cool because it's big, but that's about it. It's nothing that's going to give you the best flavor in the world. Don't think that by any means. If you need something that holds a hell of a lot of juice so that you don't have to fill it all the time, then yeah, definitely. It holds freaking 20 mils of juice. Yeah, Fisker. I mean, Fisker's got some good stuff. I'm not saying they don't. So all I'm doing is tucking this down and making sure that it covers these gigantic holes down here at the bottom. If you don't cover those holes, you're going to have a bad leak. Bad leak. Oh, what is it? Right now, well, welcome home. You've already missed the Merlin. We are on the Voltrove, and I still have to do the Druga, though. We're going to get to the Druga here in just a minute. And I have to do the Boreas again because Mr. Mod-Abiding Citizen wants to see me build the Druga. You know what we're going to put on here? We're going to put some juice that I have a boatload of, and this is Cereal Vapus from Fuggin. So we're going to see how this vapes. This is a really strong cereal. So I'm pretty sure that this stuff is just going to be really strong even in this tank. And I want a really strong flavor because this, you can judge Fuggin juice because Fuggin is one of those that's like perfect for tanks because of the fact it's so strong. So I like putting it in tanks because I like putting Fuggin juice. I do got some cool shit, welcome home, and it came from you, so yeah, it's cool shit. Og Vape, and I'm really impressed with that Merlin. I can't express that enough to you guys. I really thought that I wasn't going to, I mean, I liked it because of the way it looked, but I did not think it was going to give me a really good vape, and I was wrong. I was definitely wrong. So there we go. We got the build deck done. Now we have to slide this sucker back into the tank itself, the Voltrove. And you still have to remember that it has these little notches. If you don't get those notches in there right, then the bottom will not close correctly and you'll have a flood going on your hands. Fuggin, you know, Fuggin, who wants to know? Brittany? Brittany, it depends on what type of flavors you like. I will tell you this much. Fuggin is a really strong flavor. All their flavors are really strong. So if you have a tank that's giving you like low flavor, even though it's got a good build in it, if you get Fuggin juice, it's gonna bump it up. There's a couple that I really like from Fuggin. Number one would be Tapped Out. Tapped Out is a grape. It's like a grape soda. I love Tapped Out from Fuggin. If you like strawberry, their Shake That Ass is really good. What else? I got a lot of juices from Fuggin. The Cereal Vapist is a strong cereal, but I mean, you can get a cereal from anybody. I don't know if I would tell you to pick up that one. I do like this one too, this OJ Creamson. This is a really good creamsicle. So if you like a orange creamsicle, the OJ Creamson is really good. So that takes care of that. Now let's take off this giganormous top cap so we can fill this thing. And I mean, this top cap itself weighs like half a pound. I don't know why they kind of anodized the top here. I don't know if they did that on purpose or not. But yeah, you've had a wrench for right after you spoke your first words there, Three Dog. So now we're going to put in, what's up, Big Dripper? Now we're going to put in the Cereal Vapist, and we're going to put a lot of juice in here because this thing holds 20 mils of juice. Now I'm going to turn the airflow off because this does not have separate airflow and juice flow control like the Boreas does. Yeah, y'all have wrenches. Y'all are like all surprised. Hey, we got wrenches and shit.
Wait, did that say OJ Crimson with a picture of a Bronco?
Yes, it did. It did say OJ Creamson with a picture of a Bronco, Aries. It did. OJ Creamson is what they call it. You can't be trusted, Aussie? Well, I don't know about that. Aussie, you're like one of the first people here every show. I would have no problems giving you a wrench. I just know some people were like, well, damn, I can never talk because I don't have a wrench. So I kind of, you know, and I haven't gave mod status to a lot of people, so I figured I would, and that's what I did. Yeah, the OJ, let me show you the OJ Crimson. There you go, again, Aries. That's fucked up. I don't think it's the same kind of Bronco that he had, but it is an older model Bronco. Yo, you got e-juice? I've heard of it, the Big Dripper. Have I tried it? No. I have heard of You Got e-juice, but I have not tried it. Wow, I just vaped. Oh, this is pina colada. That pina colada, you cannot not taste it. Hold on, let me vape it one more time. I love, hey, I'm telling y'all right now, if y'all like pina colada, if you like pina colada the drink, definitely buy pina colada from T-Max. It is an excellent vape. Excellent. I don't think you could have got the flavor more on point than they got it. Why is it showing the things? Man, my cast is way behind. Okay. Now we're going to get to this giant Voltrobe and see how it vapes. I'm going to take off the Merlin RDTA. This is a really good tank. I will say that if you leave it on its side long enough, it probably will leak, which it just did. Unless you put a crap load of cotton in there. You almost have to put more cotton than you can even fit through the coil to be able to close off those coil holes. But I still really like that thing. If you like pina colada. No, I'm not singing it, DeMillan. Damn. Alright, let's get this big son of a gun. I'm going to switch over to the other cam so y'all can see this. Because this has got 20 mils of juice in here. I hope I like it because I'd really hate to vape all this and not like it. Let's open up the airflow. I have this at... See? Yeah, my ohm meter's off because this is showing 0.19. 0.19. And I just dripped a drip of juice. Ooh, that's strong. Nice, Big Dripper. I'm going to turn the wattage up. And walk in the rain. That's awesome, Yardbird. Okay, let's try 90 watts. This needs more power, more power. This is good, but it needs more. Let's go to 100 watts. This reminds me of the Black Ice Challenge. Now we're at 100 watts. What diameter is that tank? It is 41 millimeters, Brittany. 41. This is a big. This literally, you could literally work out with this tank. I mean, it is that heavy. I'm telling you right now, if you don't like a heavy mod, don't get this tank. You know, I'm at 100 watts, but I don't think it's enough. I really don't think it's enough. No, it's not enough. Let's go up to 150. Because 100 watts just ain't close. Oh, shoot, I went up way up. Let me go down a little bit. That was way too high. There's 150 watts. Let's see what 150 watts. Yes, Wit, I do get a whistle. Depending on the way the airflow is adjusted, you will get a whistle. So, I agree with you on that. This is very bad for whistling. If you turn the airflow in a certain direction, you will get a whistle like you would not believe. I'll show y'all in a minute. There we go. Now it's on point. It's not even warm yet. But this is giving me full-on flavor at 150 watts on a 0.19 coil. Well, I got to be honest, this drip tip is really comfortable. You cannot put any standard size drip tip in here. It will not fit. I put a, you got it done right? Modibiting, okay, thank you for letting me know. But I was going to show you, I'm glad you got it done right. You've seen the way I fill the Boreas, right? So that it doesn't leak. Now, if you didn't fill it the way I do, you're only going to get like a drop or two leak out of it. Then it's going to go away. If you continue to, if you continue to leak after that, you don't have enough wick in there. So make sure, if you start to leak later on in the future, you got a wicking issue. But you should be getting some very, very good flavor from the Boreas. The Boreas is an outstanding RTA. I love the Boreas. That's why I got 6 of them. This is actually a really good vape. Now, to be fair though, this would take me 2 to 3 days to vape all this juice. I could vape this the whole show, and it's not even going to drop any level. So, but you can see it produces plenty of clouds. Even after I stop vaping it, it's still producing clouds. And it's got good flavor, but it's not the best flavor. Not the best. But this cereal good Lord, how much cereal that took a good bit out of the bottle, actually. This cereal's a really strong. You forgot I was on. Well, damn, Storm. I'm on, Storm. You didn't miss too much. This cereal's normally a really strong juice, but in this tank, it cuts it down to where it's actually perfect now. I like it now. Alright, that's the Voltro. Now the Druga I have not. It's just covering the wick holes. Modibiting, that's perfect. That is perfect. You got it, man. You did it yourself. You didn't need my help. You did it yourself, dude. That's exactly the way it should be done. Do the whistle. Oh my goodness. Alright. I'm going to turn the airflow on this and see if I can get this thing to whistle. And y'all will see how bad the whistle is on this thing. Let me see if I can make it whistle more. Hopefully y'all can hear that. That's whistling quite loud. That's the whistle you can get from this tank. If you, depending on the way you have your airflow set, it will whistle like a son of a gun. They should have beveled the airflow on this. I mean, there's some design choices they could have done to make this a better tank, but like I said, it's a novelty tank. To be honest, it's not a practical tank. I'm sorry, Disturbed. I woke up your puppy. But it's a good tank. Hard pass. Aries, I agree with you, bud. I wouldn't tell anybody to, you know, I'm telling y'all now, don't say Scuba's the one that told me to go buy this tank, because I'm not telling y'all to buy this. This is strictly if you want to go to a vape show and say, look at how big my tank is. That's pretty much what it's for. I could see no other reason for owning this tank, other than you want a constant juice supply where you don't have to refill it, because that's what would happen. You would think that, Niji, but they didn't. They didn't catch it in the testing, apparently. That should have been something really easy for them to catch. At least the whistle and the other thing, the two big things, the whistle and the notches being cut so small. They shouldn't have done it so small. If they would have fixed those two options, endorsed by the famous Scuba. Hey, fix this. Don't do that. Don't do that. I didn't say that. I'm not saying it's a bad tank. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying 90% of y'all would not like it. Just putting that out there. Now the Merlin The Merlin, I would suggest picking that up. That thing has flavor like you would not believe. I know that Daniel, DJLSB Vapes, said that he got spit back every time he vaped it. I have gotten zero spit back from this tank. I don't know if they improved it or what they did, but you can even see the top. I don't even have any condensation on that little spit ring. So I'm getting great flavor from mine. They won't even ask me for suggestions. Really? Wow, Wit. That's surprising to know. Oh well. Yardbird. Scuba, you will save money on fighting cat with that tank. If it leaks, it'll automatically wet your whistle. Yardbird, you're hilarious. I don't care what anybody says. You're funny. Let's move on to the Druga. The Druga is an interesting looking RDA. The Druga itself, I have not vaped on this yet, so I can't tell you how good this is. This is a dual coil only dripper, though. For those of y'all that like single coil, this is not for you. This is squonkable. It does come with a squonk pin. So, it has an Ultim top on here. Nice size drip tip. The airflow, you can adjust. Whatever you do on one side is the same on the other side. But you see, if I keep turning this, if I open this one, it opens that one. So you only have the dual airflow option. That's it. There's no single coil option on here. But the interesting thing is the build deck. So let's screw this on here and I'll show you all the build deck. Because you can actually build this without any tools, which I think is a really good sell point to this. Here's the post. Very, very simple. You can use your fingers to open this up to insert your coils. Very, very simple design. Or you can use, there's a Phillips head at the top of this. You can actually screw this down with a Phillips head. It has a decent deep juice well in here. So I'm going to make some fuse claptons. I have a bunch of fuse clapton wire I previously made right here. Really long piece of fuse clapton. And I'm going to wrap up a couple coils and we're going to throw those on there and see how this thing vapes, because I have no idea. Like I said, I will be doing a review, a separate review, a video on just the Druga and the Merlin all by itself sometime in the future. I just wanted to make sure, you know, I'd hate to do a review on something that I haven't tested thoroughly, and that's why I waited on the review. But as far as I'm concerned, so far, I think Augvape is still doing a great job as far as the design and how they do their tanks, because I haven't had any problems out of it. There's not a lot of cons I can give their tanks. There's 3, there's 4, there's 5 wraps and 6 wraps right there. I probably used too much wire. Man, I really stuck that in there. Okay, no big deal. We're gonna have to find that out, DeMillan. We'll check that, actually. We're gonna check that here in a minute. So here's one of the fuse claptons I just built. Sorry, I'm off camera. This wire is so long though, I can't really do it on camera. Really? I guess you could, but it's technically still putting airflow to the other side. There we go, 6 wraps done. This one came off way easier than the first one did, but that's what happens when you're getting old and senile and blind and stuff. Okay, there we go. We have 2 coils wrapped up, ready to go. We're going to throw these on the Druga. Well, first, let's see about DeMillan's claim here on the squonk. Let's get the squonk pin out of here. I have no idea what size wrench to use, but we'll figure it out. Let's try these adapters. This is a normal 510. Who said that? Oh, Bear? I guess you could, Bear. And here's the other drip tip that it comes with if you'd rather have Delrin instead of this Ultim. Let's see how hard that is to change. Oh! Man, that drip tip is in there. There we go. So there we go. Yeah, you can use a different drip tip. I don't want to push it all the way in there because that thing is like a tight fit. Very tight fit. Wow, that clicks in. But you can see that there's no single coil option. All they would have had to do was cut one more slot in here. Would have been really simple to do, but okay. Nice conical shape on the inside of the drip. You can see how this curves in, which concentrates all the flavor towards the drip tip, which is pretty nice. So let's see how hard this is going to be to build. Yeah, it is nice to have the choices on the drip tips. Why do I got one of my wires coming off here? Yeah, I'll juice up the O-rings. I haven't got to that yet, but I will. I should have made probably bigger coils for this because I'm going to have to stretch these out. By the end of this month, my Marine son should get to come home, which is awesome. 21 days, okay. Leave it to her to know the exact day and everything. Now, which way could I do this? I could either slide these in. I'm just going to leave that in there and then slide the other coil in. That way I don't have to worry about anything. There we go. I'm just going to turn these down with my fingers. I'm not even going to use a tool. We're going to see how well this works out. I'm not going to use a tool at first. I'll go back to using a tool. This one needs to come in some more. Oh, shoot. I wouldn't say that. You could do that, Slappy. If you wanted to tape one hole, you could definitely do that. I wouldn't say it'd be the best solution, but you could definitely do that. You can actually tighten these down pretty good with just your fingers. 0.11? Holy shit, that's not right. Well, we're not going to believe my ohm reader right now because it's not showing what it's supposed to. But we are going to go ahead and try and tighten these a little bit more with a screwdriver. It's still showing 0.11. I don't trust this damn ohm reader. Where's the Q-tip at? You know what? Let's see if it's dirty. It does have some juice down in there. Let me take some alcohol. I'm going to really clean out the 510 and see if it helps it out. Because 0.11 is bull crap. They do sell pretty duct tape, you're right. Okay, there we go. I'm cleaning out the 510 real good on the 521 tab. Let's see if that helped it at all. Not much. Really? Okay, that's not right. You can't. Well, let me try that. Let me take one of these tops off. Well, I got it so tight. It might be, Bear. Let me take one of these off. Yeah, you could just lay the coils in there. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it's wide open at the top. So if you wanted to, you could take one of these screws off and just lay them down in there. That's another option. And I got more slack on this one now. But there's no way this is 0.11 or whatever the hell it said.
Turning and turning in the winding gyre. Falcon cannot hear the falcon. Things fall apart. Center.
0.10 my ass.
Anarchy is loosed upon the world.
Let's get these firing correctly first.
In everything. The ceremony of innocence is drowned. The best lack all conviction, while the worst are full of passionate answer. Surely some revelation is
There we go.
Surely the second coming is at hand.
Alright, where's my tweezers? There we go. I just want to make sure these are nice and tight.
Out when a vast image, out of spiritus mind, troubles my sight somewhere in the sands of the desert. A shape of lion body.
And firing evenly, they look to be.
Gaze blank and pitiless as the sun.
Now we got to put some cotton in there.
While all about it,
And I don't like putting an abundant amount of cotton in here because of the fact that this is a dripper and you don't need a lot of cotton.
centuries of stones.
You basically want your cotton to come down and touch the actual build deck. That's all you need. You don't need a lot of extra cotton in there to soak up juice. And the more cotton you put in there, the more you're going to diminish your flavor. Let the coil do all the work. So I'm going to take this. Let me turn this off. I don't want to accidentally fire it. Repeat this process on the other side. I see the new Neverent. They stopped sending the ring and give you. Oh, really? Damn. That ring was cool, man. I wonder why they stopped doing that. Okay, let's cut this nice and short. I do not want too much cotton, so I'm cutting this really close. I could actually go even closer. I want just enough cotton to go down and get down in here in the build deck. I don't want to be folding up and getting a lot of cotton in there. The Revenant or the G-Class? Aussie, the G-Class, no question. Get the G-Class. Vicious Ant costs more money. I mean, the Vicious Ant is badass, don't get me wrong. I'm just a big fan of the G-Class myself. I don't know if y'all can see this. I'm going to try to show you on camera that this is basically coming down and touching the deck. You see that? It's just touching the deck. It leaves this coil wide open for airflow. You want that airflow to be able to go over and under. And you also want your coil to line up with where your airflow hole is going to go when you slide your top cap on. You can see that? And I'll put some juice on the O-ring in a minute once I get this all wicked up. I'm trying not to twist or turn my wicks either. I want them to be nice and flat down in that deck so that it can pull up juice really easy. There you go. I didn't know the Druga was that cheap. Damn. It's just like the Boreas. Hell, you can get the Boreas for $16.99. I mean, that's a freaking great deal. There we go. What juice are we going to try? I'm going to try some Infamous Tough Cookie on here. I have a little bit in here. We're going to try some Tough Cookie. Let's go ahead and get this wicked up. I'll let this soak down into this coil here. Now the other thing you can do to help with wicking, before you even put this in your coils, you can go ahead and like space out your wick, you know, like shred it all up, make it nice like a piece of paper. then roll it up yourself, which will also help make the cotton less dense to where it can wick a lot better. That's an option. That's personal preference. Once again, you don't have to do that, but if you find that it makes your coils wick better, you know, go for it. Oh man, that's firing good now. What ohms are we showing now on this? 0.13? You're full of shit. Hell yeah, Slappy. Get your purchase on. I love the Boreas. I mean, I can't fault the damn thing. For what you get. Now watch this. This is going to be a 0.2 something on this mod because it's going to read it correctly, where my 521 tab has apparently shit the bed. This is the first time it's ever done this to me, but okay. Yes, it's a new coil. 0.12? Are you shitting me? Unless I grab the stainless steel. Oh shit. Okay, I grabbed the big strand. This is stainless steel that I just built. Oh, you're very welcome, James. I'm glad you like it, man. The Boreas, like I said, the Boreas is freaking badass. So what we have in here is stainless steel, and that's why this is ohming so damn low. I was like, what the hell is wrong with my meter? So let's take something that I know. All right, let's do this. This is 0.24, right? 0.24 on my G-Class. Let's see what it shows on my 521 tab. It should be very similar. Then I'll know if I got this thing working right. 0.23. That's what it should do. Okay. So it was me losing my mind. I grabbed the wrong strand of fused Clapton. I have a big strand of stainless and a big strand of Kanthal, and I put the stainless on here, which, hey, that'll work, you know. So this is 0.12, but it's stainless. 0.11 now is what it's showing. That's why it's changing all over the damn place. Actually, there's juice already all over my O-rings, so I don't have to worry about that. Let's pop that on there. We're at 70 watts. We're going to give it a try right there and then see how... We're going to see how well the Druga tastes as far as dripping goes. Click! Jeez, man. Computer wants to be a pain in the ass tonight. Alright, Druga, show me what you got. Alright, James, have a good night. Oh, wow. I can't fault that. Now, a dripper's a dripper, okay? For the most part. The main thing is to me is it going to get too hot? Is it going to burn my lips? How's it work under pressure? Etc., etc. We're going to find out right now. That is full on flavor. I freaking swear, man. I have not tried anything from Ogvape that I do not like. I don't know what Ogvape has up their sleeve, but I like everything they make. Damn it. I like this Druga. It's freaking vaping really good. Wow. Massive clouds. Excellent flavor. Another good dripper to add to my repertoire. We are going to have to try the squonk pen, though. I didn't forget, DeMillan. I'm going to get to the squonk pen here. Damn, that's good. That is freaking good right there. That's Tough Cookie from Infamous, so obviously it's good juice, but I want to see, let me see if the squonk pen will fall out for me so we can see if how well it fits. Because just like the Millen, I'm really particular with squonk pens. If they don't come up level with the deck, I don't like it. I don't like having to be the one to have to Dremel it off and cut it to the right size. I want it to already be the right size. And to me, it looks like it is because this is a short squonk pen. It's pretty short. So we're going to get over here and we're going to try and put the squonk pen in. And then I don't know if we're going to squonk it, but we'll see what we can do. Now, where did that big old flathead screwdriver go I got? I got bakulos of them. I just got to find one that I can use right now. Yellow one? No, that's not flathead. This one is. All right, let's see if this is good enough. Now, I may have to take this top cap off first. Good night, Yardbird. Have a good night and a good weekend. All right, let's pop out this squonk pin, which, oops, y'all can't see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. There we go. So this is where your normal pin sits, right down here in the center. Right there. So we're going to take this pin out. So the normal pin and the squonk pin look very similar in size. The squonk pin has maybe a hair more length to it. So I'm thinking that this squonk pin is going to be perfect sizing. And I got to find the right screwdriver for this thing. But hey, this is working great, actually. I used a flathead. What do you know? Look at that, DeMillan. That is a perfect squonk pin. Maybe one thread too much, but that's pretty damn close. You know, I've seen that bear, to be honest. They've had problems with the tube that comes from the squonk. Asbestos sent me a picture of a new squonk mod he just got, this Dual 18650. It is a unregulated squonk, but it looks bad to the bone. And I know it's going to cost an arm and a leg, but it looks like a really good mod. I think Classic Creations makes it. So, I think that's the mod. But yeah, that looks damn good, DeMillan, for a squonk pin. And now I got it back in there. Let's see how well it's going to work. Yeah, it looks like it's fine. It's vaping just fine. Now, this ain't a squonker, obviously. But I'd have to switch juices out and all that to make it a squonker, so I'm not doing that tonight. Before I forget, because I'm forgetful as hell, we need to do the Higgy Sigs coupon. What squonker do I suggest? Dave, that's an excellent question, actually. DeMillan, that's perfect. I really like the flavor I'm getting off the Druga, DeMillan. It's really simple to build on because it has thumb screws. You obviously can tighten it down more after you use your fingers with it, but I'm really digging it. It's not getting hot whatsoever so far. I mean, I'm vaping the crap out of it. No, it's not getting hot at all. I like the Druga. I'm a big fan of the Druga already. Hadn't even vaped it that much. So let me remember that this is stainless steel and move it the hell out of the way because I'll keep picking it up. What was I about to do? Oh, the coupon codes for Higgy Sigs. I have two 50% off coupon codes for Higgy Sigs. Y'all know y'all like Higgy Sigs. I'm not even going to tell you what juice to buy because that is your option to get. They have a abundance of juices to pick from, so anything you like they probably have, or they could probably make, but they can only sell what they have on their menu. But they have a freaking plethora of juices to pick from. So I'm gonna pull a winner from Nightbot, and we're gonna see what Nightbot says. And as far as the squonkers to pick from, this is my big problem with that, as far as squonk-wise goes. To get a decent, there's DeMillan. DeMillan is the winner. To get a decent squonker, you got to consider two options. You can get a regulated squonker. You can get a regulated squonker, or you can get an unregulated squonker. Unregulated is hard to find a dual. I will piff. Thank you, DeMillan. A dual 18650 squonker is hard to find. There's a few out there. There's some that are regulated that you can get that are dual, like the K-Box 160. This will work, but I will be honest with you, it is way underpowered. So if you put it at 90, say you want to vape this at 90 watts, you probably are going to have to turn it up to 130 to get those 90 watts. See what I'm saying? It's way underpowered for what it says. The bottles in them kind of suck because they have a weird plastic taste to them. You really have to wash the crap out of them. But other than that, it's decent for a regulated squonker. Unregulated, I have a Rio, but those are not cheap. You're going to pay about $250, $260 for a nice wood Rio. Here's one that I have in Cocobolo wood. These are not cheap by any means, but they're very nice. Very nice mods. These are straight unregulated squonkers. This is a wood one, but they have the metal ones too. Either way you want to go, getting a squonker, I mean, even the owl is a Chinese-made piece of crap, really. The wiring on it, I think that they put in there is too small, but it works. If you just want to try squonking, I would recommend getting something like that, just because you don't want to spend a lot of money on your first squonker. Once you try it, and if you like it, then I would say spend the money and get something more expensive. Rio is Rotten Thomas. You know, Rio is the bomb. Rio is really nice. Don't get me wrong, but it's expensive. And I mean, if you haven't tried squonking before, then I would say don't buy the Rio, because you need to try it to see if you like it. Think of it as this. This is the best way I can explain squonking, because I know a lot of people are not familiar with it. Squonking is the benefit of a tank with the taste of a dripper. It's the best way to put squonking. So when you squonk, you have a juice bottle that when you squeeze that juice bottle, it feeds the juice up into a dripper. So obviously drippers are what you get your best flavor from. So what's a good starter squonker? A good starter squonker would either be the Owl, which you can get from China. They call it the Terminator or something, the Owl something. I don't even know if they sell them anymore. Or something like the K-Box 160 squonker. These are cheap. The regular drip box, like Milo was talking about, these are just like 60 watt squonkers. You could try these. The only problem with these is it's non-adjustable. You can't change your wattage or anything, but it's a decent starter squonker. You're not going to have to pay a lot of money for it. And then you can at least see if you like it. If it's something that you absolutely love, then go look at Rio. Rio has some freaking badass squonkers that you just can't go wrong with. I do recommend making sure you get the low profile, because if you don't get the low profile, then you have to use specific RDAs for it. And if you get the low profile one, then you can put whatever squonk type RDA like this on top of it, and then you're good to go. There you go. You have lots of options. The Owl is very cheap, and it's a neat little device that I have somewhere on my vape stand over there, but I don't want to look for it. And anyways, okay. DeMillan said piff. I got to re-roll this. Y'all gonna make me forget. Damn, y'all making me forget. Well, let's try it in all caps. Maybe that'll pick somebody else. Let's see if the bot even knows what all caps mean. Storm, would you like the 50% off coupon code to Higgy6? Here's my little dental floss. This is my Apple iPods, or AirPods, I should say. Is that a hair? Had a hair on my AirPods, and there's the green light that tells me they're charged. There is something on there. What the hell is that? When I look at it with my eyes, I see nothing. Let me look again on the camera. See that line right there that's showing up on the camera? You think it's a shadow? Because I don't see a damn thing when I look right at them. There's something there? Well, hell, I can't see it. Storm, congratulations. Do you want it? I want to make sure you want it. That's a good code. 50% off, man. You can buy whatever you want, and it's half off. You could buy a whole cart full of stuff, and then just... It's a scratch. I see the line now, but... That's some bullcrap. I haven't even had them long enough to get a scratch. They are Bluetooth, Dave. I don't know how well they would. Let me see those. I don't know how well they would work, but no answer yet. Thanks, Pammy. Storm! Storm to the red courtesy phone. Storm to the red courtesy phone. Yeah. Oh, you tried Black Ice, Munchkin? What do you think about it? Do you think it's too strong? I think it's pretty good. I don't like menthol. I don't like licorice, but I was surprised. I actually don't think it's a bad juice. And I really don't like either one of those flavors, but they got the right mix on it. It's not bad. I can actually vape that and go, you know what? This is a good juice. That's why the Black Ice Challenge, it made me cough to start off with, but once I got used to it, I can vape it now, no problem. It's really good to clean out your sinuses. I don't think Storm ever said anything, did he? Storm 9154, please get out of the toilet right now. More menthol? Yeah, it is more menthol than licorice. If it had more menthol, I mean more licorice, I wouldn't like it because I'm not a licorice fan by any means. And the menthol I can take. I mean, because when I used to smoke, if I didn't have any cigarettes, I would bum a damn menthol cigarette. I didn't care. Lennon 38, are you here? Do you want it? Did you want it? Damn it, Janet wants a code, by God. Yeah, I don't have enough thumbs up. Y'all hit that damn thumbs up button down there. I'm just saying. Just saying, I could use a couple thumbs up in my life. Add cherry. Ooh. Well, cherry's such a hard flavor to get right. If you put too much, it's going to suck. If you don't put enough, it's going to suck. Thank you, Lennon. So, my first winner, damn it, Janet, I'm going to give one to you because you asked for it, and I'm going to give you one. So, damn it, Janet, you can definitely have one. And Milo, you are the second winner. So, damn it, Janet and Milo, email me at this email address, and I will send y'all over a coupon code. How about that? Thank you for the thumbs up, folks. And whoever thumbs me down, whatever. I don't get the thumbs down, but whatever. I always get at least one thumbs down. You're very welcome, Janet. You can't go wrong with Higgy Cigs. I mean, they have so many damn flavors, and they to be honest, they're the only vendor I know of that gives away stuff like crazy. They just give away, I think they give away more than they sell sometimes. That's a good thing. I mean, if they give away stuff and people come back and buy it, that's what they want, which is awesome. Where's the Druga at? I need to vape the Drugas. I need to vape the Oh, I did get one more device. I forgot to show y'all.
So cute.
What is this called? The Mi 1? The Mi 1, I think? Yeah, the Mi 1. I forgot to show y'all this little guy. Now, this is obviously not for everybody. The Mi 1 comes in this little box right here. And this is it. This one I actually got from Mr. Arm Vapor. I just put a plus in the room. Pay no attention to that plus. So this is a little bitty guy. And there's your fire button. There is nothing to this. It comes with 2.6 ohm coils. I don't think it has that strong of a mod battery. Oh, Storm! I said, Storm, are you in the toilet? Hello, hello. You can ask the room, Storm. I tried to wait and wait and wait, and I don't have any more codes. Damn it! This is definitely a mouth to lung. This is a mouth to lung. They come in multiple colors. This is a very, very small. I mean, you can see how small this is. Very, very small. But it's for a mouth to lung, and this one matches the drip tips black and white, and then it has this really nice looking snake skin look to it. Can you use the goon? Gary, I think so. I think the goon has the main thing you need to look at if you want to use it on a mech mod. Now, the mech mod that you're using it on, is it a hybrid or does it have a 510? If it has a 510, of course you can use it. If it's a hybrid, you need to make sure whatever dripper that you're putting on there has a protruding 510 pin. If it doesn't have a protruding 510 pin, what I mean is, I'll try and show you here. When you see the 510 pin down here, if it's protruding a good ways from the threads, it's okay to use on a hybrid. If it's not protruding, if it's flat, really close, like something like the Boreas, this is something you don't want to put on top of a hybrid mod. Or if it has adjustable 510, you may want to go that route. Here's the Merlin. I need to vape this some more. The 510 on this is non-adjustable. When you take this glass section off, the 510 is actually built onto the build deck. So you can unscrew it, but it's built on. It has a peak insulator inside there. You don't want to leave it like that. I'm going to actually take my Predator and put a different mod on it for the first time ever. My 510 has not popped out yet, but I have not tried to force it out either, so. This obviously doesn't look good either. How many ohms was this? 0.24, so we need to go up to about 70 watts. Or 72 or so. Let's see how that's going to vape. There's 72 watts. What the fuck? Goodbye, Mr. Baba. Anyways. So here we go. Let's get back over here. It is very pretty, damn it, Janet. I like the way this thing looks. This mod doesn't match it by any means, but it's very pretty. Oh wow, look at there. Number one, I'm going to time your ass out. Thank you for banning them, because I don't know how the hell I didn't ban them, but I didn't. But there you go. Goodbye, Mr. Baba Hukamaka Haka Haka. I don't need that in my life right now. This pina colada, guys, I gotta tell you, if I haven't already said it multiple times, the pina colada from T-Max is on point. Love the... You know, there's a few flavors I really like from T-Max. You would have Aussie? Oh shit, Aussie. I don't even know what to tell you, man. The pina colada is one of the ones I really like. I really like the Kentucky bourbon custard. I'm a big custard fan, and that Kentucky bourbon custard is like freaking awesome. The Revenant, Brittany, is an excellent mod. I do recommend buying it from a location that has a place where you can choose your colors. You know what I mean? You don't want to have one that you buy and you just can't figure out. Hey, I'm right there with you. I tried to ban them. It wouldn't let me ban them. It just kept saying put user in timeout. And I'm like, I'm the freaking owner of the channel and I can't even do it. Don't worry, Scuba giveth and Scuba can take away too. Anyways, guys, really have enjoyed the stuff that Spygoat sent over. I can't thank him and Augvape enough for the Merlin RDTA. The Merlin RDTA is off the chain. It is the best RDTA I have tried to date, by far. I do not have the Oni DNA 133. I have the RX Mini, but not in resin, William. I have a regular black one. Gary, hey, if you have any questions, by all means, please ask. If I see it, I will answer it. If I don't see it because chat's scrolling too fast, I apologize. I try to catch everything in chat that I can. This is probably one show, not the only show, but one of the shows that you can actually ask something in chat and I'll answer you. I'm not going to ignore what's going by. Like, I can understand some of the bigger guys that have like 500-600 people in chat and they can't keep up with it. But even if I had 500 or 600, I would still watch chat and answer questions. I just have to answer the ones I saw as they went by, but you know, it happens. I'd love the Oni DNA. Really? I'm going to have to look that one up. I have not even seen the Oni DNA. Damn, this is good. That pina colada is freaking good. I didn't take it. Oh, the Boreas? Oh, it's got the purple top, right? There you go. I have a Rig V1 sitting for so... Oh, there you go. So, Aries has a Rig V... I don't have a Rig, so Aries will be the one to ask for the Rig V1. Since he has one right in front of him. Hello, Panzer. How you doing? Hope you're having a good Friday. The Revenant, I haven't had any issues out of the Revenant yet. And it's obviously a very pretty mod, depending on if you get a color that you like or not. It's had one firmware update that I know of that I've already put on mine. And I haven't had any issues out of it. It's been working really good. I did do the newest update on the G-Class. That way I could add my own picture, which I'm sure is going to be released to the public within a week or so. I need to add that to my collection. Damn it. Aries, alright. This is my problem, Aries. You know, when I first started vaping, I bought mechanical mods like out the yin-yang. You never tried a Boreas? Janet. I have 6 of them, Janet. The Boreas is $16.99 at eCiggity.com. Somebody has 17 kids. What the hell? I'll stick that big tank on the RX Mini. Alright, Tetley man, we can do that. It can't handle it, but I will try it. So y'all want to see something that looks really stupid. This is the 41mm Voltrove. This is the RX Mini. Holy crap. It's gonna break this thing. Hey Spendy, how you doing? There we go. It has a slight overhang. Just a slight overhang. Let's see how many watts I can turn this up to. Okay, 80 watts is the highest this model go. That's not enough. That's not enough for this build, I should say. That's not enough. And this is very back heavy, I should say. Where this overhang is, it's kind of back heavy. Hey, it vapes though, you know, if you just like, hey, check out, you could hide, look, all you got now in your hand is a freaking tank. People would be like, what the hell do you got? Oh, a tank. It vapes, but this particular build needs at least 110, 120 watts. 80 watts is not enough. Let's try it on something else. This tank is so freaking big. What do I got that I can try it on? Now, if I take the tank is bigger than, it's way bigger than the mini motobiting. Yeah, look. There's the tank compared to the RX Mini. The tank is the same size as the RX Mini. Ain't that a bitch? If you don't count the 510. Now, if I count the 510, obviously it's going to be a little taller. But just the tank itself is the same size, if not a little bit taller than the RX Mini. It's a little bit taller than the RX Mini. Let's put it on top of the R150. Because it can handle the watts, but can it handle the size? There's the Voltro on top of the... Put it on the staff. I can do that, Albie. The staff still doesn't hold anything. The problem, I can't vape it on the staff because it's got too low of a build. But on the staff, it doesn't hang out too bad. I can't even screw it down any further. But that's what it looks like on the staff. Still a really big looking son of a gun. Alright, so, but it does fit on the VT250. So if you don't have if you want this tank, I would suggest getting a VT250 so that it fits and doesn't look too damn bad. I mean, it's still, I'm at 150 watts. 150 watts. Oh yeah, that's it there. It needs that watts to push this coil. Scuba has the dildo, Al. You know what I've noticed? I showed y'all this a long time ago. And I noticed the reviewers are just now showing this. I'm like, what the hell? The reviewers should have had these a long time ago. These are, you know, little bitty mouth-to-lung devices, which are pretty cool to carry in your pocket. Obviously not something you're going to be blowing big clouds with, but it's something cool for like the movie theater or something. You could take this with you in your pocket. Nobody even know what you had. If I put it on an Ego battery, it would fall the hell over. And I don't even have any Ego batteries anymore. I got rid of all those. I have seen the ghillie tank, Janet. Interesting looking mod. Interesting looking tank, I should say. So, I'm going to put the Druga on top of the RX Mini. And it has a very, very slight overhang. And it's at 75 watts is the recommended watts is what it wants to vape. That vapes just fine right there. This does need some more juice though. As you can see, it's drying up. But it's burning off clean, which is what you want from a dripper. You want it to burn the wicks off nice and clean. And when it does go dry, your wicks are both white at the same time, which means your coils are firing evenly. You want to look for that. So when you build a dripper and it starts to go dry on you, $10. Damn, that's cheap. When your RDA, when your dripper starts to go dry, and you check your coils, if both the wicks are dry, similar, then you have it wicked correctly, because that means they're both drying out at the same time. If you have one drying out and the other one's still wet, then you have a coil that's not firing as fast as the other coil. You don't want that. You want even fire. That's why you check your coils before you wick it, because you want them firing evenly. It's the whole purpose of that. You don't need no two-stage bull crap that another guy, I'm not going to say who it is, oh, I build stage coils. No, you don't. You don't know how to build, so you're building a fucking coil that fires before the second coil because you don't know how to build. That's what it is, but I'm not going to say who it is. Oh, you have a very special mech. Y'all make sure to check out Welcome Home show tomorrow night. They will be on tomorrow night around, what is it, 8 o'clock? Tomorrow night on the Welcome Home YouTube channel. Go over there, subscribe, watch their show. It'll be on tonight. I mean tomorrow night. Make sure you check out their show. Always interesting. This is pretty cool. This little bitty setup right here, this is pretty cool. Obviously it don't match because it's stainless steel and black, but Modabiting, wait, before you leave, how is the flavor, etc. on the Boreas? I gotta know, man, I gotta know. Do you like it? Does it suck? Is it leaking? Does it taste right? Tell me, Modabiting. I mean, these are things I gotta know. You just got it. You just built it. I would have built mine, but you said you didn't need it. I was going to show you. Hopefully Mr. Spygoat is feeling good now. I don't know. Welcome Home show is great. I do have something else coming, but it's coming from China, and it's going to take me forever to get it. I actually ordered the clone. The clone, which I don't usually do, but I ordered the clone of the Sherman. And I've heard a lot of good things about the clone of the Sherman. So maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll suck. I don't know. That should be coming, I don't know, in the next couple of weeks or so. What is that dripper? Creed, this is the Druga by Vape. I don't have a website that you can go look for it, but it's called the Druga, D-R-U-G-A by Vape, which is A-U-G-V-A-P-E. Look that up. They're not that expensive, and it's actually a decent dripper. It's really got good flavor, and the build deck on it has got thumb screws on there so that you can tighten down your build on there. It is a dual coil only build deck unless you want to try to adjust your airflow down, but it actually has really good flavor for a dripper. The top cap fits really nice and tight. I don't have to worry about it falling off. And nice Ultim drip tip on there with a nice wide open bore. I'm digging it. You can turn the airflow down if you want even more flavor. See you, Dave. Have a good one. No whistling or anything coming out of this RDA. I really like this. Really, really dig it. Awesome flavor, no leaking, huge clouds. Modabiting, thank you for the answer. You're going to like that tank more and more. You just started vaping it, dude. Wait until that cotton breaks in really good. That freaking Boreas is going to be badass. You're going to go back and buy 2 or 3 more. I'm telling you. Trust me. The Boreas is that damn good. It is that damn good. 0.41 at 80 watts. There you go. There you go. Well, hey, Modabiting, I vape 0.24, 0.23, 0.24 at 75 watts. So I'm surprised you're able to go up to 80 watts on a 0.41, because usually a 0.41 I would vape around 50, 60 watts. But flavor is more complex. It is, MJ. It is more complex than turning the airflow down. But what I'm doing on the Druga is because it has so much airflow, I'm trying to see if turning down the airflow is going to increase it. Ooh, what's better flavor, the Druga or the Icon? That's a tough question. That really is tough. If I had to pick between the two, the Druga or the Icon, that's a tough call. I would say I would probably go with the Icon just because the Icon comes with, now the Druga does too, multiple drip tips, a squonk pin, which so does the Druga. That's a tough call, man. The Druga and the Icon are both really good on flavor. What coil did I use the challenge? The challenge was a my Fuse Clapton Aries, so it was probably a, I think it was a .21 is what it was ohming out at, Aries. So the Druga and the Icon are very, very similar as far as flavor goes. That one's a tough call. The Icon I have laying up here on my desk somewhere. There it is. So here's the Icon. The good thing now, the one thing that the Icon beats the Druga on is this is dual or single coil. So Bear, for you, obviously you like to build single coil. I would get the Icon instead of the Druga, in my opinion, because you like building single coil, and on this one you can turn the airflow off on one side and leave it on the other. It also does come with a different top cap where you can pop this out and use a different top cap on here. So either way, I still think it's better. No, I did not have to say Icon. Rotten Thomas, Vaping Fagan does not influence my decision by any means. No. The Druga, I'm sitting here telling you right now that the Druga and the Icon are very, very similar. The only reason I think the Icon wins is because it has single coil airflow option. And the way they beveled the airflow, there's no whistling whatsoever out of the Icon. Neither is there in the Druga. I have no whistling. Also, that's Motobiting. You use the bigger coil deck, right? The one that has the bigger holes in the bottom. If you use that, you shouldn't ever have any wicking issues with the Boreas. You should never have any wicking issues. I've never got a dry hit off of that RTA yet. RTA, I'm sorry. Love the Boreas, man. I can't speak highly enough of the Boreas. If you don't have one and you got $17 and you want to buy a decent tank, that's the way to go. A lot of other tanks cost a lot more money, like the Sherman or something. You're going to pay like 85, 90 bucks, well, 90 bucks, 95 bucks, I think, is what the Sherman, the authentic Sherman costs $95. So I'd rather spend 16 and buy like 4 of them. You know. Exactly, Yo-Yo. I've been through a lot of tanks. A lot of tanks. Okay, see you in a few, DeMillan. And no matter how many tanks I've been through, I still always go back to the Boreas because the main thing that makes it so damn good is because the airflow goes directly to the coil. Anytime you make a curve, it seems like it diminishes the flavor, but I stand corrected on this tank right here, and it's made by the same company, Ogvape. This has to go in and make a curve to hit your coil, but I gotta tell you, the flavor off of this thing is freaking outstanding. The Boreas and this Merlin, shit, you're good. I mean, this is freaking one of the best flavor RTAs, this is a RDTA, I'm sorry, RDTA that I've ever had. Freaking amazing. no dry hits, freaking really, really good RDTA. So if I had to pick a RDTA that I like the best, this wins, hands down, hands down. The Limitless don't come any close to this, not even close. And I've vaped the crap out of it with different coils. I've tried temperature control, stainless, Canthal, low builds, high builds. I put one build in this, and it's freaking awesome. One build, which is my standard Fuse Clapton 0.23, 0.24, and it vapes, and it doesn't, you can see it's not dry hitting whatsoever, and I only have my wicks down to the top, and I still don't get any dry hits. Okay, Modabiding, thanks for your answer, though, by the way. I really appreciate that. I'm welcome home. I can't like it anymore. This is definitely going to be one of my favorite tanks right here. I have to do a really good review on this. There's only 2 cons that I can even think of. Number 1, the proprietary drip tip. Number 2, the little piece in there they got for the spit back. It needs to be there, obviously, to close off your juice flow, but that's about it. I don't see any other cons. All the rest of the machining, the O-rings, everything else on this tank is excellent. The design is absolutely beautiful. I love the design of this tank. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it is freaking fantastic. Okay, it's after 10 o'clock, guys. I gotta go. I gotta go watch 3 Dog Show and all that good stuff, but I will catch you guys next week. Hopefully, I'll have some new stuff in for y'all by next week. And I will catch you guys then. Peace out. Y'all have a good weekend, and I'll see y'all next week.